My name is Rachel and my specialism is editing. Throughout my learning journey, I found that my action plan evolved a lot over the unit. I changed the skills I wanted to learn and I got a better understanding of the research I wanted to cover. I discovered halfway through the unit that I wanted to focus on sound for one of my presentations. I had initially decided not to focus on sound as I felt that I knew everything I needed to know. However, after looking through many manuals, including the Avid manual, I noticed that there's still a lot I can learn. My understanding of the role has evolved dramatically, since as you can see in my first action plan, I initially got confused with the difference between colour grading and colour correction, as I thought they were the same. It was after seeing other peers' work that I understood the difference and I changed my action plan to show this. I have gained a much better understanding of Avid, which is good because Avid is an industry standard software and it is what I'm expecting to use in the industry as an editor. Before the unit began, my understanding of Avid was very limited, so my aim in the unit was to feel more confident with the software. My edits have now become a lot more professional. Now when I edit, I'm always checking that my audio is within the -6 to -12 decibel range, which I never previously did, leading my audio levels to never be consistent. Throughout this unit, I've gained a lot of confidence, not just in editing, but also how I see myself in the industry. I've now come a long way from the beginning getting confused with the difference between colour correction and grading to now being able to understand the reason behind colour correction and being able to apply it into my own videos. A key lesson I learnt is how important storytelling is in editing. In Grammar of the Edit, it says, but at the core, you need to maintain good storytelling methods, regardless of the type of project you are making. Within my presentations, I learnt how each topic adds to this storytelling. In my sound research, I learnt how sound is so important to convey a story. Next year, I'm really looking forward to further developing my skills now that I have a better understanding of editing. At level 6, I want to apply my knowledge and research skills by looking into different special effects I could use in my projects, as this is something I did not get around to looking at in this unit. One skill I think I need to work on is my ability to work under pressure. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so when it comes to working quickly with a close deadline, I tend to get stressed and I struggle. I'm going to work on this by setting myself a goal to edit in a quick amount of time, then I can learn ways to cope under the pressure. In the future, I would like to try following the director's instructions for the edit. So far, I've only had a go at doing what I thought looks best rather than someone's guidelines or ideas. According to an editor job description on Indeed, a requirement of being an editor is the ability to take and follow direction. This is something that I need to work on, as it's a good chance that I'll be following directors' guidelines in the future. To become more confident in my craft, I'm going to try editing my own videos on Avid rather than Premiere Pro. Although I now have a good understanding of Avid, I still feel that there's lots to learn. To help guide me through the learning, I'm going to spend more time reading the Avid manual to give me a better understanding. Here are my references and thank you for watching.
Hello, I'm Miguel Whittle. My student number is S5310-571, and I'm doing my presentation on the learning development through editing as part of TV Specialisms. So I gave myself a 6 out of 10 because I have quite a number of talents as an editor, but I knew that I could learn a lot more when joining this unit. So to begin with, I made a plan of action when making my before making my presentations, and originally it was very broad and vague. It lacked detail in that it only focused, for instance, on visual effects as a whole and rather than just one specific visual effect. And a lot of my plan of action did heavily focus on visual effects, as I believed it was something I lacked and needed to learn about, as it is the skill, craft, and gut instinct of the editor that helped to form the overarching visual style. Thankfully, my plan of action, I did evolve and improve it over time by being more specific, such as in the top right, you'll see that I did 3 transitions for my second presentation. And then the bottom right, you can see that I did one specific, easy and simple and quick visual effect to create for my fourth presentation. However, them being easy and simple to create, I think showed a lack of experimentation and a lack of confidence in experimentation, which was something that I needed to improve upon. Another aspect of improvement which I did improve on was research, as I went ahead and realized that I was not looking at aspects from the reading list nor authentic research, just various websites and videos on YouTube. So I went ahead and for the fourth presentation did look at a book published by Adobe themselves about using Premiere Pro. And then I also learned during the editing unit Avid Media Composer, which I gained more confidence over time as I started to use it for my third presentation on color grading, which I also learned through lessons, as well as thanks to a video from Avid's official YouTube channel. I also learned about how to make sure to organize your editing bins when working on multiple projects as an editor, as there is a responsibility often placed upon the editor's shoulders to be organized. So it was important to learn that. Overall, I gained confidence to start using Avid, and I gained more confidence as I went along using it more and more so often. And my plan of action and themes of my presentation did evolve and get improved. However, I was not as experimental as I should have been and could have used better, more qualified research. So for later part of this year and also for next year, I want to go ahead and continue to use Avid to learn more skills and improve on my knowledge with color grading. I also want to be more experimental with Avid and Premiere Pro, and also want to use the reading list on Brightspace and look for books that provide useful information to develop further and create new skills. I also want to look for more experimental and ambitious visual effects that I can create through the editing softwares of Avid and Premiere Pro. And here is the reference list. Thank you very much for watching.